Thank you, Chairman. Chairman Roberts, Ranking Member Stabenow, and members of the committee, thank you for this opportunity to come before you and present the views of the national sorghum producers regarding Title I, crop insurance, and our next farm bill. My name is Dan Atkisson, and I farm near Stockton, Kansas. I am a true family farmer working alongside my father, my wife Amanda, and my 4-year-old son Eli. We grow wheat, sorghum, and forages to support our herds of Angus cattle. I'm honored to serve as the chairman of the National Sorghum Producers Legislative Committee. Mr. Chairman, I'd also like to say how honored I am to be here on a personal level. As a Kansas farmer, I was raised to admire and respect the tremendous work of our champion in our nation's capital, the Honorable Pat Roberts. We know that it is often difficult to relate the unique challenges that the farm and ranch communities face to more urban constituencies. I want to say how appreciative we are to all members of this committee who work so hard to understand our issues and to do this difficult work where it matters most. I give an overview of several positive trends within the sorghum industry in my written testimony, from increasing productivity to expanding markets within the food sector. These are exciting big picture developments for sorghum, but any positive developments for the long term are completely overshadowed by the current state of our ag economy. Since passage of the 2014 Farm Bill, prices for sorghum have plummeted from a benchmark of $5.10 to just $2.69 per bushel for the 2016 crop, 53% of the benchmark. Today in farming, it is not a question of how to make a profit, but simply minimize our losses to survive. Virtually all commodity crops have faced similar decline in prices, but unique to sorghum is an emerging pest, the sugarcane aphid, which is driving up cost of production and adding a burden of $430 million to the 2016 growing season alone. The National Sorghum Producers believes in the need for a strong and reliable Title I safety net that is balanced and provides assistance when needed. One very real problem with the current policy is the timing of the payments and its impact on cash flow. National Sorghum Producers asked you consider moving up Farm Bill timing assistance or even making marketing loan rates more relevant to help with these cash flows. And regarding ARC and PLC, clearly with the 2020 vision that hindsight offers, PLC has been the better safety net for our sorghum farmers. PLC was very conservative up front when prices were still above $4 per bushel. In contrast, ARC assistance was a virtual certainty when farmer elections were being made. With the target county revenue generated at $5.10 per bushel, the logic was to take a bird in the hand and put it to use. Unfortunately for farmers, markets have not rebounded as hoped. Going forward, we are open to the idea the ARC model could be improved. We believe that PLC could also be improved, and we generally favor this model coupled with a strong crop insurance program. However, NSP pledges to work with you in a constructive manner to ensure that a proper balance is struck and an adequate safety net is crafted. Before moving to crop insurance, I would like to urge caution in thinking about how policies affect plantings of commodities and urge more thoughtful approaches to CRP going forward. Crop insurance is indispensable for sorghum farmers, but that does not mean it can also be improved. For sorghum particularly, participation rates and coverage levels are low when compared to other crops. A full 19% of sorghum acres are left uninsured, and this lower participation rate owes primarily to the cost of sorghum insurance. Despite a 10-year loss ratio of 0.88, sorghum rates remain high and need to be lowered. Another area of concern is the regularity at which new and innovative tools, which even EPA deems safe, are challenged in our courts. In recent years, it seems that each time a product is improved by the EPA under FIFRA, it is challenged by the Endangered Species Act. Only the attorneys win in this situation, and farmers create a smaller and smaller toolbox. Mr. Chairman, in closing, I want to say again how, as much as our farmer members of National Sorghum Producers appreciate the task that you have before you and for being such a champion for agriculture. We consider the Farm Bill to be critical, but tough economic times cause us to focus, and Title I and crop insurance rightly take center stage. NSP appreciates your attention to these important policies, and we stand ready to work with you to make these policies work even better.